Okay. So what is the like a common mistake that you see most competition entries have?
Gosh, I feel like people in general are really good. So when you submit a beer for judging, you have to
Hmm.
classify it as a style, right? You've got to list
Hmm.
BJCP style, whatever, 15A. Um, I feel like people are pretty good in that territory. I feel like people are pretty good at describing their gravities and alcohol amounts, or list
Hmm.
anything that may make this experience different from the beer before it.
Hmm.
Uh, okay. So I think it's probably one of a couple. One would be not planning for bottling and transport. So getting a flat beer
Okay.
or getting one that's underfilled or getting one that just didn't translate or didn't excuse me make it well in transit. That's probably the biggest.
Right.
Because a lot of people will say, "Oh my God, the review notes that I got are nothing like what I taste when I drink it out of my keg at home." How did you package
Right.
that? Did you pour it into your keg and then tap it and send it to us? Because that could change it.
Hmm.
Um,
Hmm.
Oxidation. I'm going to go with oxidation is the biggest one.
Right.
Somehow oxygen getting into the process.
Yeah, I can see that. There's one gentleman I talked to from the DC area, and he submitted a competition beer to, I think it was Wisconsin, he said, and somewhere in transit, it was at a warehouse, and there was a cold snap, and it got like negative 10 degrees outside, whatever, and his beer basically exploded, right? So he was like,
Yeah.
just lost out on that one. I felt kind of bad for him.
I
Like,
mean,
kind of
it's just
sucked. It was like, it is what it is, right? It just happens, life.
it's just what happens. I mean, and
Yep.
there's beers that like I would never ever submit to competition. Like I'm not going to send a New England IPA in because that's just asking for failure. There are people that do it and do it very very well. I'm not going to be one of those people. I just that lives in a world where oxygen can never see the beer, and it's just not part of my process.
Right. Right. Yeah, I've yet to even try to attempt to make one. Like, I do enjoy some of Nippas, but yeah, I'm not even trying to make one yet. I just it's not even my list. I think I'm gonna get more into like the Belgians here sooner rather than later.
That's a
So
good choice.
by by
Belgians and
right,
lagers are my way to go.
there you go. So when you're judging beers, have you ever had a style like, man, I need to brew this?
I think I'm pretty honestly think I'm pretty well versed in the
Okay.
style of brewing. I mean, I've gone pretty long way through the BJCP guidelines at this point. So I can't say that
Yeah.
I've ever had anything that made me think, "Oh my God, I need to do this." Now, there are examples of beers where I'll say, "I haven't had this in a long time, and this is as good as it could possibly get, so let me try that." Most recently, that was the Hellas. The last competition we judged out in October, I think, is the last time I judged.
Hmm.
There was a Hellas. It was just the best. It's the best Hellas I've ever had in my life. That guy ended up winning that section and may have gone for best of show. It was a guy out of Texas, actually.
Oh wow,
I
cool.
don't sadly don't remember his name, but he made a hell of a Hellas. It was so good.
Hmm.
So
Hmm.
since then, I have been kind of wanting to get on that train, and I think once January gets through, I'll probably get back on the lager train. I've got the ability to lager two different beers at home at one time right now, so
Nice.
we'll
Yeah.
see. We'll see how that goes. Yeah, I've got a check dark in the cooler right now, so I got to move through some inventory before I brew some stuff. But that's
Hmm.
definitely on the next step list.